A lot of Newcastle fans might have been quite relaxed when Hugo Ekitike went to Liverpool with regard to Isak's future, but the noise just will not go away, and I guess it is going to intensify now, simply because they are about to sell Luis Diaz, and even though they have got a lot of forward options, Alexander Isak is the name that remains on that list. Liverpool do remain interested. It is a deal that they could yet possibly do. All of the noises coming out of Newcastle is more, we hope Alexander Isak stays. We hope he is part of this future. They do hold all the cards, remember, 3 years left on his contract. However, his head has clearly been turned. We have not heard the last of Isak and potentially going to Liverpool in this window.
Definitely not. No, I agree. I think the thing that
Liverpool set to table British transfer record bid for Alexander Isak. Imminently, Liverpool are ready to table a bid for Alexander Isak that would smash their transfer record once again after the outlay on Florian Wirtz. According to Francois Plateau, Liverpool are primed to make a huge bid for Alexander Isak, which would smash their transfer record once again. The Merseysiders broke the club record following the outlay on Florian Wirtz earlier in the summer, and now they could be closing in on the Newcastle United star. The Alexander Isak saga now does have the potential to drag on until the latter stages of the window, as Liverpool remained firmly interested. The Magpies were determined to keep hold of the attacker after an initial inquiry from the Merseysiders, but things may have changed in the last few days. Earlier in the week, Isak handed in a transfer request, which has seen Liverpool turn up a notch with their chase. At the time of signing Hugo Ekitike, it appeared the Merseysiders may have conceded the hunt, but they are now keen to land the Swede as well. With the player determined to join Liverpool this summer, Liverpool were ready to pay £120 million for Isak, and it appears Newcastle United may be forced to sell the Swede. The Magpies are unlikely to offload their star striker on a discount, and will demand a big fee to sell the attacker, which could see Liverpool smash their transfer record. Once again, the Merseysiders broke their club record earlier in the summer when they signed Florian Wirtz. However, should they make a move for Isak, not only do they smash their transfer record once again, but also the British record, as Enzo Fernandez tops that particular list at the moment. Liverpool's bid for Alexander Isak is imminent. Liverpool have agreed to sell Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich. After a €75 million bid from the German giants proved enough for the Colombian attacker, the Merseysiders are now hopeful of achieving a similar fee for Darwin Núñez, which would open up space in the squad for an addition like Isak. Liverpool are expected to make a huge bid to test the waters with Newcastle United and get a deal done. However, given the complexity of the chase and the high-profile nature of this transfer of Isak, any deal is widely expected to drag on until the latter stages, although there's also the chance of it being wrapped up swiftly, which might end up benefiting the Magpies. Liverpool move for Alexander Isak, set to accelerate following Diaz agreement. Report Liverpool appear ready to intensify their efforts to sign Newcastle United striker Alexander Isak, following a significant breakthrough in negotiations involving Luis Diaz. The Reds have reportedly accepted a €75 million, £65.5 million, $88.1 million offer from Bayern Munich for Diaz. It's paving the way for their next major move in the transfer market. Diaz, 28, is expected to sign a 4-year deal with Bayern, including an optional 5th year. With his departure now imminent, Liverpool are actively working to secure a high-profile replacement, not just in the wide areas, but also up front. Isak, currently Newcastle's marquee striker, tops the Merseysiders' wish list. Transfer insider Fraser Fletcher recently disclosed that Isak is eager to leave St. James Park and is particularly interested in a switch to Anfield. This claim has since been echoed by several reputable sources. Daily Mail reporter Craig Hope indicates that Newcastle are bracing themselves for a formal offer from Liverpool, which is anticipated to arrive shortly after Diaz's exit is finalized. Liverpool's plan is clear. Once funds from Diaz's sale are secured, they will make an official bid for Isak, while Newcastle are keen to retain the 24-year-old Swedish international. It's believed that an offer in the region of £150 million could compel the Magpies to reconsider their stance, fueling speculation. Isak has not joined Newcastle's squad for their pre-season tour of South Korea, suggesting that his future with the club remains uncertain. If a deal is struck between the two Premier League sides, it's expected that Isak would be quick to embrace the opportunity to join Liverpool in their quest to revamp the attack. Liverpool are not limiting their sights to just one area. In addition to pursuing Isak, the club are actively seeking a new winger to replace Diaz. According to transfer journalist Rudy Galletti, Real Madrid's Rodrigo is currently Liverpool's preferred choice to fill that role. However, Los Blancos have reportedly slapped a hefty €90 million, £78 million, $105 million price tag on the Brazilian, which has given Liverpool pause. Unless Madrid lower their demands, the Reds may turn to more financially viable alternatives. Such options are already on Liverpool's radar. One is Malik Fofana, the talented Lion winger also pursued by Everton. Toffees have already had an offer of £31.5 million plus a Don's turn down, giving Liverpool a potential edge if they move swiftly. The other candidate is Antonio Nusa of RB Leipzig, an emerging talent who comes at a lower cost and with high potential upside. Meanwhile, Newcastle are making contingency plans of their own. If Isak does depart, the club are expected to go out for RB Leipzig striker Benjamin Sesko as his direct replacement. According to Nicolo Skira, the Magpies have already agreed personal terms with the Slovenian striker on a contract running until 2030. Negotiations with Leipzig over a transfer fee, however, are ongoing. Reports suggest Leipzig want around £70 million for Sesko, a figure that could stretch Newcastle's finances unless a big sale, such as Isak's, materializes. David Ornstein has previously stated that Newcastle's pursuit of Sesko is closely tied to the financial windfall from any Isak transfer. Liverpool's hidden gem, Rio Ngumoha, steals the show while the headlines are dominated by big names and blockbuster fees. Liverpool may have already struck gold with one of last summer's most under-the-radar signings, Rio Ngumoha, last year. Sporting director Richard Hughes was criticized for his cautious approach in the transfer market. However, his decision to bring Ngumoha from Chelsea might turn out to be one of the most inspired moves of his tenure. Ngumoha, now just 16, caused a stir when he made the switch from Stamford Bridge to Anfield. Initially met with skepticism, the youngster has exceeded all expectations. At the academy level, Ngumoha has averaged approximately 13 dribbles per 90 minutes, successfully completing over half numbers that place him among the most skillful young players globally. In preseason,